And before I go ahead and introduce our lovely guest today, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Jack Blenkinsop. I am B1G1's Partnerships Manager. I'm joined by my colleague Raki in the chat there. So if you have any questions or any comments, please pop those in the chat and Raki will pick those up. But what I would like to do today, like I do on every single one of these Profit Meets Purpose web events, is start with a question. And that question is a great question, in my opinion. It's the reason I start every web event with it. And it was posed by the former CEO of Unilever, Paul Coleman, who's actually a friend of B1G1's and is taking a trip with our CEO to Kenya later this month to visit some of B1G1's worthy causes. In Paul Coleman's book, Net Positive, he asked, is the world a better place because your business is in it? And this is a question which I love. I'm sure you love, Gill. All of the people that join me on this web event series love, because it's central to what we do here at B1G1, which is providing a platform for businesses to create a really meaningful impact just by doing what they do every day. That's what the B1G1 movement is all about. We provide this amazing opportunity for businesses to create meaningful impact each and every day just by doing what they do, so that they can become a business for good. Because for us, we believe that being a business for good isn't just great for the world, but it's great for business too. And that's the reason for why we have this web event series, because it gives us the opportunity to speak with amazing businesses like the one we're about to chat with. And we can see exactly how they are aligning profit and purpose. Because when they do that, it leads to really great things, both within their business and in the world. Deeper connections with their clients and their team members, but also increased growth and, importantly, a lasting impact. So throughout the web event today, please keep in mind that question of Paul Coleman's, because we're coming back to it later today. But without further ado, what I want to do now is introduce today's lovely guest. It's Gill Tiney from Collaboration. I was so close to getting into that segment without making a single mistake. So I just know there's what you can. So why don't you introduce yourself, because I'm doing such a bad job of this job.
Well, I'm a very proud ambassador of B1G1, but my day job is looking after a community called Collaboration Global, which I liken to an online country where we come together and do things a little bit differently to hopefully make the world a better place. And that question, is our world a better place because your business is in it? Oh, I couldn't get out of bed in the morning if that wasn't the case. If I wasn't moving the needle in some way towards a better world. And that's why I always look at it in three different levels of how can I help you today? And if I can make you smile, that's job done. That's the first thing. And how can I help my business and your business? And then ultimately, how are we moving the dial or making a difference to the planet? And if your business is doing that, welcome to the club. And I think more and more people are realizing that we can't rely on them others to do a good job, and we have to start from ourselves, taking radical responsibility on what we can do with our businesses for the future.
Well, thank you for introducing yourself, because I was obviously struggling to do so. Tell us a little bit more about Collaboration Global, the type of businesses that you work with, and also why you started it in the first place.
Yeah, sorry, the reflection here, I'm seeing double going on. Apologies. What sort of business is it? Well, it's not registered, it's not anything. It's just an organization that come together from the premises of spiral dynamics, where they predicted back in the 60s that there would be self-organizing organizations. So whilst I started the idea, sort of, and I'm the face of the idea, sort of, it's actually the community that create the behaviors, the mindset, the values, and everything else that goes around it, for the benefit of the majority, which is surely what every government should be doing. So it's trying to not reinvent the wheel, but just go back to basics of what's good for humanity. And if we can help each other, then that's a better world that we're living in anyway. So how did I come across it? I think I've always been good at bringing good people together. Even when I have distinct memories of when I was 4 at nursery going, will you come and play over here? And don't you be on your own. You come and join in. I remember that kind of, let's have fun together. And I've driven people nuts over the years. My husband always said, why do you have to make sure all of your friends come around for dinner? Or why can't you just do that set of friends and that set of friends? Because if they like me, they're going to like each other. And why not? Let's bring good people together. So about 2012, I realized that competition was not my game at all. People used to warn me about them others. He's your competition. You don't want to talk to him. He's a business coach, for goodness sake. And I was like, well, no, he's a business coach. I should go and talk to him because he's going to know what I'm going through, understand my pain, actually be better at some things than I am. And we could actually serve our clients better if we come together and collaborate. So that was a little seed planted back then. And over the years, the conversation has grown bigger that we realize, as successive governments have told us, that SMEs, small medium enterprises, are the backbone of the economy. Well, what if we got together and did something about that? So bringing good businesses together to collaborate, to be bigger than they are on their own, and to help each other and to move into new markets, or to create a new product, or to combine a workshop together, or just serve clients to the best of their ability because there's 2, 3, or 5 of them. It just kind of made sense. So that's when Collaboration Global was born. It expanded rapidly when, not hugely, we're not a huge organization, but it has expanded when we went online in 2020, good old COVID. That was one of the blessings that a lot of people have found, that they've expanded their business, because now we've got people literally all over the world, from Malaysia to Brazil, Canada, US, Austria.
Yeah, it's quite a diverse community in that respect, which is really cool. It's one of the things I love about Collaboration Global is all the different types of businesses you have, and like B1G, it's a global community. And it's clear you've always been the type of person that likes to bring people together, right? Whether it's individuals or businesses. What do you think businesses miss about that link between actually collaborating, coming together, and like long-term value? Because like you mentioned earlier, you said how some businesses, some people can be skeptical of working with competitors, or wanting to kind of stay doing their own thing and not work with others. But what is that? What is it about the collaboration and that long-term value that businesses maybe don't understand? And you obviously, that's something that you do very well at Collaboration Global.
I think, excuse me, I'm sitting on the floor here, so I'm just trying to get comfy.
Fine.
I think a lot of people are caught up in the kind of indoctrination of you've got to beat your competitors, let's do a SWOT analysis, all these kind of things that we've been taught over the years in the corporate world that's filtered down to the SME world. And actually it doesn't serve us at all. I get that sometimes there are big organizations that worry about, like supermarkets, they're always trying to undermine each other. But in the SME world, we don't need to do that. There's enough business to go around. We don't have to worry about somebody stealing my IP. Do you know what? Your IP is probably already out there. It's very few people that have genuine IP. And then if you share your IP and help people with that, and you don't put a price on your IP, but you share it as a human would their last Rolo. I realize that's an old phrase that a lot of people won't understand, but if you're sharing your food with somebody who needs some, and you're sharing your ideas with somebody who needs some, it's how you deliver that makes you unique. It's how you deliver that will attract people. So you don't have to worry about giving away ideas. Ideas aren't the end result. It is the relationship and the connection that will bring people to you and that will help your business to grow. So once you can get rid of that competitive, I don't need that, I'm in abundance, there's 7 billion people on this planet, I think I can work with a few of those. You don't have to worry. And that sense of abundance, where you can then start giving, and giving as you go and as you grow, which is what attracted me to B1G1. It's like, well, this is perfect. This is me showing that I'm demonstrating that we are living in abundance as a community, and I am living in abundance in my business. And the more I earn, the more I can give. So rather than wait until I'm a millionaire, I can give so much away. No, I'll just give when I've only got 2 pence, I'll give one away and then see where that takes me.
Yeah, I just saw a comment pop up in the chat there from Victoria saying, this is so refreshing. If we had true IP, we'd still be valuable in such a large market. And I'm glad that you brought up B1G1, because I was going to ask, you work with all these businesses from all over the world, they're doing great things. You provide this amazing platform for them to connect and to collaborate. Why back in 2019, Gill, was B1G1 such a good fit for you and the business?
Do you know what? It's what we say about people joining Collaboration Global. It's not up here that you go, oh, that works. I can see how I could use that in my marketing. Oh, that would be really useful for me, because then there's this whole network I can plug into and I could actually earn some money. That wasn't my reason for joining. I went to the last event that you guys had before lockdown.
Oh, really? Okay.
I felt it. I felt it in my bones, in my blood, in my heart, and in my soul. And I just sat there going, well, this is obvious, isn't it? And the energy of the people in the room, knowing that just by participating, they are supporting and helping the planet, the ecosystem, the people on the planet, all of the wonderful causes that are struggling. We have a small part in making a difference to thousands of people. It just, it made me very humble, I think is the word. And when you look at people like yourself and Raki and Steve Pipe and Paul Masami, obviously, and just like, you are incredible, and there's the heart and the love and the energy in the whole organization. It's like, what, I'd be crying if I wasn't part of it. It just it felt right. It just felt right, and I'd never seen anything else quite like it before. And whilst we talk about competition, I don't think at the moment, and I haven't researched recently, but I don't think at the moment there is anything that compares to the loving organization that you guys have put together.
Oh, thank you for those kind words, Jill. I didn't ask her to say any of that, by the way. Yeah, and obviously you referenced Raki as a colleague and who's on the call, and Paula Masami, who are our amazing co-founders who founded B1G1 back in 2007. And yeah, it's that's what the B1G1 movement is all about, right? It's not just about giving back. It's about creating positive impact, yes, but it's also about connection, right? How you connect with your clients, your prospects, your team members, yourself. That's a huge part of what B1G1 is all about. And that's what our members feel. And it is about that feeling, right? So how do you weave B1G1 into the business? Just before you came onto the call, you were mentioning that there's a brand new member of the Collaboration Global community. And you said to me, what I love about new members joining is what I can tell them then about what's happening through B1G1 as a result. So talk to us about how you weave B1G1 into what you do.
Well, whilst I talk about the love and the emotion and all the rest of it around B1G1, my practical head goes, and I get all this as well. And the ability to market and show off about B1G1 brings us a certain sort of person. So we use it in our guest meetings. So we have twice a month, we have a guest meeting, and at that meeting we're able to say, just because you are here, just because you've shown up, you are going to have an opportunity for us to support more worthy causes around the world. And everyone's like, oh, okay. Then you can see them scanning the little QR code and they're pushing their buttons and it's like, brilliant, you've arrived. So, and at the end I reiterate that because you were here today, not only did you join in the conversation, not only did you help people with your wisdom that is innate in you, that you probably think is natural, but you've also donated. You haven't donated, we've donated on your behalf to worthy causes. And then of course, when somebody goes, I want to join this community and I want to get involved, they come to us and they join. And that's my first email out to them is, and because you've joined, every part of your membership automatically every month, for as long as you're a member, will go to B1G1 and you get to choose where it goes. And we will send that out. And they're like, and you can see, oh, really? Oh, that's lovely. And then we have an orientation and I remind them of that. And then I tell them that we've got a member. Jack Blenkinsop is also part of Collaboration Global. And they're like, oh, and you can see them. Right, oh, I'm going to talk to Jack then. And it's like this, it's this reassurance that they've made a good decision. They're in the right place. They feel like, well, if nothing else, that's fantastic. I'm doing that. But then they realize that there's all this other stuff going on as well. So if you only look at B1G1 from the emotions, and a lot of us softies do, it's not soft, by the way. Love is a superpower. So that's the strongest thing, which is why I went for it. But if you're just a logical, left-brained, where's my spreadsheet kind of person, and you want to know the logic behind it, I mean, the marketing opportunities are out of this world, and it then puts you above your competition. Not that I care about competition, but some people do. And if you do care about competition, then this is what's the line in the sand that goes, okay, we are actually making an impact for the good, and we are a business for good. And if a business isn't considering that nowadays, that's what will differentiate you. because there are so many people out there. I mean, one of our members has got a business called The World's Greatest Experiment, and it's all about love, and it's incredible, but it's growing, and he's able to help a lot of people around the world as well. And as a result of that, he's helped one of our members to build a school in Lahore in Pakistan. And I'm like, what? Just,
Yeah.
And they are still contributing to B1G1 at the same time. So it's what goes around comes around. There's a good sense of karma in the community.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be no surprise to you, and you probably already know this, but all the studies show that in terms of team retention, in terms of attracting new business, repeat customers, when businesses are actually showing themselves to be giving back and being purposeful in what they do, it positively impacts the business in a variety of different ways. And there are lots of studies. There was a Deloitte study a few years back that showed this, and there've been plenty of studies since. And you're talking about purposeful collaboration here, right? That's what it's all about. So, and it sounds like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it does sound like it has built a tremendous amount of trust with those members of your community.
Yeah, and trust is a big element for us, because we talk about human being first. Because you're a human being, forget all the labels that society might want to put on you. Oh, you're a man, you're white, you're straight, you're whatever, or the opposite, total opposite. We don't care, the Collaboration Global. We really don't care. Because you're a human being first, without the labels, we love you. This is our gift to you. And because we love you, we trust you. And because we trust you, we respect you. And that just raises the bar for everybody straight away. One of the things you said, you didn't say in that list, that B1G1 affects in a positive way is staff retention as well. I know from my daughters, when they were job hunting many years ago, it's like they wanted to know they were working for a good company. And one of the things they always looked at was, well, what do you do for charity? What's your outreach? How are you, and they will stay longer with that organization because they do ABC, rather than, I mean, they've given up working for charities that kind of don't value them. So they're working for organizations that are good for charities.
Yes,
and I think that's the mood that people have got nowadays, that they don't want to just do a 9 to 5, go home and not think about the job. They want to be proud of where they work. They want to have a commitment to where they work.
That's so true. I mean, a previous guest on the show, Alex Vokes, who works, he's the CEO of Peak PEO, a B1G1 member. He spoke about this some weeks ago now, about how important it was for his team members to be partnered with B1G1, because he said not everyone is going to work. I think he said something along the lines of, not everyone works for a charity or a non-profit, but you can work for businesses that are purpose-driven, that are creating a positive impact. So, and we see this time and time again from our B1G1 members and their teams, how much they love being a part of B1G1, the giving they're able to do through the platform. And there's an accounting firm we work with over in Australia, actually, and there's a great video of a member of their team who specifically said the reason they joined the team of this accounting firm was because of the positive impact that they were creating through partnering with B1G1. So you're absolutely right. Team engagement, team retention is crucial. So when you started Collaboration Global to now, right? I mean, how has your view of success changed? Because you've always been one to bring people together, bring businesses together. You have an amazing community of businesses now, which has grown over the years. If you look back to when you started to now, how has that view of success changed? And I suppose, when you think about profit meets purpose, what does that kind of mean to you and the business that you currently run?
Well, firstly, I don't think my view of success has changed. I've always been out of kilter with the business world, to the extent that people are like, oh, you're such an optimist, you're so naive, it doesn't work like that. And I'm like, why can't it work like that? Doing something to help people. So my definition of success is exactly as B1G1, and that's why it resonated so much with me. It's like, well, how many people can I help? Yeah, some will pay me, probably some won't, but it is about the more people we can help. And I saw, Jane Goodall, Dr. Jane Goodall, recently passed, and she's got a video on Netflix, 3 minutes, to the world after her passing, which is very powerful. And she said that our purpose here on earth is to help each other. And it's like, well, you can't argue with that, can you? And that's been my whole philosophy, is You know, I've been a teacher in the past, and I've been there. And the reason I couldn't carry on is because I couldn't help enough of the little ones because of their life situation, and it just overwhelmed me. And now, because of B1G1, the need in the world is overwhelming, but the ability to do something about it is now, well, you do this, you do this, you do this, and it's all through B1G1, and it's all set up for you, and it's easy. I hate to say this. I mean, I'm not a technophobe, but I don't find joy in technology. But what B1G1 have set up is just so simple and so smooth. So you can help people really easily, really clever. And even if you're not a business and you want to get involved with B1G1, still you won't be overwhelmed by it. You will be encouraged by how such a small amount can make such a massive difference. And that's the only thing I think we should be concentrating on with our businesses. How many people can we help? And the more you help, sure, you can be successful, but successful is about good mental wealth, not good, you know, to pinch a phrase from Mike Pagan. I wonder if he's registered that as IP. I don't know. But it's having that mental, emotional, good health about yourself, because you understand that don't get above yourself. Don't get an ego. You don't need it. All you need, everyone is on this planet to see how they can help people. And some people will get rich by that. Rich as in lots of money, but you can actually be rich and wealthy in so many other areas as well. I'm not advocating being poor. That doesn't work for me. I've been there, done that. So you want to have a successful business for sure, be sustainable, have growth, but while you're growing that sustainable, beautiful business, just help people along the way. And B1G1 just make that easy for you.
Oh, well, it's very kind of you to say so. It's we're very grateful to have you here in the community. And I think something you touched upon there that a lot of our members really love. And actually, I don't think businesses that first come to us properly appreciate until they've joined is just how easy it is to integrate into their daily operations. It's not something that requires a grand strategy, marketing plan. It's very simple to join B1G1 and to integrate this into what you do. So yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up. And actually, on that note, what I would love to do now, just before I go on to the final question, Jill, which I'm really looking forward to asking you, because I think your answer is going to be great, is just give those in attendance, but also those who are watching the recording, the opportunity to create a positive impact just because you're tuning in. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and share my screen here. And what you're going to see is four projects on screen here. And all you need to do, if you're tuning in today or you're watching the recording, is to scan that QR code on screen. For those in attendance, Racky's going to pop the link to this in the chat. And when you do that, what you'll be able to do is choose one of these four projects. These are all amazing projects listed here on the B1G1 platform. We cover the cost of these for you. So scan the QR code, click the link, choose one of these amazing projects, and we will create that impact on your behalf. This is actually the B1G1 engagement tool, which is available to all of our members. And it's what Jill referenced earlier on that she sometimes uses herself. So go ahead and create one of those impacts, guys. We'll make that happen for you. And for those that are not currently B1G1 members that would like to learn more about what we do and maybe have a chat and see if there's a good fit with your business, you can fill your details there and let us know. And I'll be very happy to have a chat with you, and we can see if B1G1's a good fit for you too. So thank you for being here, and please go ahead and create a positive impact. That would be awesome. And that brings us to the final question, Jill. And that question is really your advice, right? So you've been in business for a number of years now, and you're running this successful community of amazing businesses who are coming together to collaborate. In terms of being more purpose-driven, if you could give one piece of advice to whether it's a brand new business who's like a startup or an existing business that's been in operation for many years, how would you encourage that business to take a step in the direction of embedding more purpose into what they do?
Well, understanding your own purpose first and foremost. And sometimes we thrash around and we think we know what our purpose is, and it doesn't quite fire you up. So something that gives you fire in your belly. I find for me, and purpose does change over the years. It's not going to stay the same necessarily. But the thing that fires up me is what makes you angry. And the things that really get you go, you would just follow the line down to, well, what could I do about it? Why? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? And eventually you'll come to that reason for being. And you know you've found your good purpose, your purpose for getting out of bed in the morning. When you get those days when everything's going wrong, your tech's gone, they need another password, that you want to throw your laptop out the window, somebody's just, given you what for on Twitter, and it just feels like, oh, why am I doing this? This is crazy. I then say to myself, well, don't do it, Jill. Just stop. Just go and work in Tesco's or other supermarkets are available. Just do something else. You don't need this stress, this hassle. You don't need to be on a computer and get all the, whatever it is. And I just stop for a second. And then my inner voice goes, but I want to do this. This is helping people. This is making a difference. I can't stop this. Even on my worst day, I can't stop this. And it's knowing those feelings that come from deep within you that help you to realize, one, why you're doing what you're doing, and two, who you're actually helping. And then when you're worried about picking the phone up to close that sale, or doing that webinar to fill your sales funnel. In what I say to my clients is, when I'm a business coach with that hat on, I'm like, how dare you not do those things? Just because you don't like talking on the telephone, or just because you don't want to do a webinar, how many people are you not going to help because you don't do that? You kind of have to do that. So it's like, get over yourself, because you're not out to make loads of money. That will come anyway. You're out to help as many people as possible. And when you know there is somebody sitting there waiting for you to go, oh yeah, I can help with that. I can help solve that problem. And they go, can I work with you then? You're like, okay.
Yes.
It becomes easy. And then you just move forward because you've got that inner drive. And the purpose is to help people. At the end of the day, it might be higher up the food chain than that. It might be create fresh water for people. It might be more education for underprivileged children, whatever it might be. But ultimately, it's to help people. But once you find out what you're most angry about and you can be part of the solution, that's when you know you're on the right track.
Very good. Very, very good. It's great advice, Jill, honestly. Thank you so much for that. And I think it's so easy for people and businesses to lose sight of purpose and the positive impact they're having, not just on their team members, their clients, their community, in your case, right? And you have a really positive impact on your community businesses. But like you just mentioned there, it's easy to lose sight of the positive impact that you're having outside of that globally, particularly when you're integrating giving like you are through B1G1, and the positive impact that you're having on a daily basis just through doing what you do every day, right? So it's very easy to lose sight of that and the positive impact you're having both domestically, if you will, and globally. So I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for all of the amazing impacts that you created here at B1G1 since you joined us 6 years ago. Like we are honestly so grateful to have you in the community. You're doing amazing work at Collaboration Global and amazing work here at B1G1. Thank you for being an ambassador and spreading the word. And thank you for being here today and answering all these questions and engaging and just being such an amazing member of the community. And thank you everyone for being here. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're watching the recording, I know a lot of people do that because they can't always make this time because of the time difference and where people are coming in from. So any last words, Jill, before we head off?
Well, I think one of my favorite quotes is from an anthropologist, Margaret Mead, and she always said, never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. And I know that B1G1 are changing the world, and Collaboration Global are doing their darndest to change the world as well, for a positive place for as many people as possible.
Awesome. And I believe you started your TEDx talk with that, right? Or at least it's in there, right? I believe that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so go and check out Jill's TEDx talk. It's awesome. We're right on time here, so we're going to call it there. But guys, thank you again for being here and watching the recording. Thank you again, Jill, for your time, being very generous indeed. And we'll be back in a couple more weeks. So we'll see you then, and have a great rest of the week, everybody. Take care.